On the second day, we'll get to discover an extraordinary place. Set in the Val d'Orcia, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the heart of Tuscany, and sheltered by Mount Amiata, the Castello di Velona resort is a centuries-old residence where you'll experience unique sensory emotions.
Castello di Velona nasce.
Velona Castle was built in the 11th century. It was a military fort which served as a lookout point for the entire area. It had always been used for watching over the Republic of Montalcino. Thanks to its high altitude, this lookout point is what makes it so precious today. When you come to Velona Castle, you can see the 3 different provinces of Tuscany. Over the centuries, it became a private residence, until it was abandoned and left for many years to go to rack and ruin. However, it was never completely abandoned, because citizens of Montalcino have always appreciated coming here. The children, who are now the elderly population after the First World War, they didn't have many places to go for the holidays, and the families considered this castle to be their main holiday destination, and they would often come here. When visitors stay at the castle, as soon as they arrive, they live a unique experience. We see many guests when they arrive who already have their cameras ready, because there's a synergy between the landscape. All this around us is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and the castle. In addition to all this, there's also the area's history and its gastronomy, which includes some of the most important ingredients in Italian cuisine. We produce one of the best wines in the world, Brunello di Montalcino. What makes it unique here is the fact that you can find all the qualities which people generally search for in several different places, right here in the same place. This can be the history, elegance, good food, nature, natural monuments, luxury, sophistication, good wine, culture. You can find all this in the same place. Then there's the thermal water. So bathing in our thermal baths means bathing in water which is millions of years old. This provides guests with a unique experience which they can only live here. There are also many simple pleasures at the castle, such as watching the swallows, for example. For those who aren't used to them, having breakfast in the old cloister with its crystal roof, watching the swallows fly around provides an exceptional sensation. Here you can watch the moon come out in the evening. You can watch the sun rise at breakfast and watch it set at dinner. The combination of all these things gives guests the pleasure of experiencing nature and elegance. We welcome guests from at least 90 countries from all over the world. So imagine the variety of tastes we have to cater for. When renovating the hotel, we purposely chose to give to some of our rooms a typical historic Italian style, so the guests can sense the Tuscan influence in the decor, whether through the antique furniture or the apparent wooden beams. These rooms offer a welcoming atmosphere of days gone by. Some other rooms instead, such as those which offer a view of the sunset over the Val d'Orcia, have bathrooms made entirely out of travertine. The baths have a direct supply of thermal water, and there are treatment cabins where guests can enjoy a massage in the privacy of their own room. The reasons for coming to the castle vary depending on the guests. There are young couples who come here for a romantic break, for a honeymoon, or who are traveling to Italy for the first time. and who are looking for a touch of classicism and history. Then there are seasoned travelers, in the sense that they have already traveled the world quite a lot. They know what traveling well means. They know what luxury really is, and they look for something special, something unique, something they've never experienced before. And they find this uniqueness and this particularity when they come to the castle.
Quando abbiamo cominciato a produrre il Brunello di Montalcino,
When we started to produce Brunello di Montalcino, we gave ourselves the objective to strictly respect the guidelines with which Brunello is produced in the area. This means that our Brunello is produced by strictly following the regulations for making Brunello di Montalcino. However, our wines have a characteristic which we want to preserve. We are the only ones to grow Brunello on volcanic land. Therefore, you can really perceive the minerality of the land when drinking our Brunello, along with the sea breeze which comes from the nearby coast. This is a combination you can always perceive in our wine.
la cosa bella del mio mestiere
One of the things I love about my job is that it encourages positive emotions, in the sense that when a guest stays here, what makes us happy is when they leave even happier than when they arrived. That's why we try our best to put our total dedication into doing what we do. This is reflected in our professionalism in carrying out our duties, and our guests often appreciate the spontaneity of our actions. They appreciate the fact that we put our hearts into it, and a typically Italian friendliness which people are fond of all over the world. So by combining professionalism and elegance with our spontaneity, we seek to ensure our guests enjoy moments of pleasure which will become great memories.